Got a tenant that reported getting firstly no hot water. Noticed that there was other points in the house off. She's come out to the gas hot water system, gone to stuff around with the power point, had a little zap, safety switch tripped, which was really lucky that there was a safety switch on that circuit. Otherwise it could have, she could have got a pretty bad electric shock or had been electrocuted pretty badly. So a couple of things we've got to look at. It could be something else on that circuit. So obviously I know the hot water's out. She's just moving in, so she doesn't have a lot of appliances plugged in. So first thing, I'm going to go to the hot water system, give that a test and see how that goes. See if it's got a bit of earth leakage on it. See if I can see anything suspicious. Alright, we've got a bit of black soot in the back of this power point. Yeah, so that's how you take off a power point. You just knife hand strike it. I prepared it earlier. Yeah, bit rusty. Doesn't look very good. So let's give this a quick mega. So we go 500, double the amount of pressure on. Jesus. I just shocked myself with a mega. How good. So straight away, this does not look good. I think we've got the problem straight away. So I'm going to go active to earth. Yeah, getting a bit of a deflection there. So if you have a look there, so we are definitely, that's earth to neutral. So it's nothing crazy, but it's bone dry at the moment. So I reckon maybe when this is under load, it's going to arc a little bit more, or if it, might get a little bit of moisture in it. So I don't like the look of that, but the telltale sign is, if you look at this active, you can see that heat damage there, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a lot of soot there. So second thing to do, so what I've done, I've tested this power point and also this gas hot water system because it's plugged in. So I've just unplugged it. That does not look good. So we've got a lot of soot, burn marks, definitely a problem. Even if it's not the problem, it is a problem. All right, I'm gonna do a secondary test on the gas hot water system. It's always a little bit hard when you don't have a clip and you're filming, but if you're good at chopsticks, you're good at this. So let's have a look. I'm going earth to neutral there. And that's tiny deflection, but nothing too bad. So I think it's actually tiny deflection, nothing too bad. So this hot water system is a lot better than the actual power point itself. So I'm going to change this power point, then we're going to measure the entire circuit, make sure we're not getting any earth leakage. And because I've tested this and I know this plug is not electrically faulty, neither is that, I could swap this plug over, but this problem you've seen here has been caused by the power point. So I'm just going to clean this up and just see how it comes up. Okay, I've given that a bit of a clean up. I'm happy with that. There's no electrical damage, like there's no heat damage. Reason I cleaned up the carbon is a conductor. So I just want to make sure that even though I fixed the problem, this doesn't become a problem and short out earth to active or earth to neutral. Okay, so this here is the circuit. It's taken out some power points inside and also a hot water system. So we're pretty confident we found the problem, but the tenant also said she got that tingle when she turned this one on, right? So what we should do is just quickly measure. Wish I could put this somewhere so you could see, but I'm gonna measure the touch voltage on this just to make sure. So I'd say it's sort of come back from that power point somehow into this board, but let's just double check. So I put it on AC. I'm gonna do my best to hold this camera while I do this. Okay, this is impossible. So I'll sit you just here. Okay. So I'm gonna go to a good earth there. Don't know if you can see that. Let's have a look at the face of this. So I've got 0.3. So I'm gonna go to active just to check my meter. So we've got 240 volts. Not anything you can touch. I'm basically looking for anything over 12 volts or anything over 2 volts Ausgrid considers dangerous. So the front of these breakers, yeah, we got 2 volts. That's a bit of salt, but this is the one, and this is safe. So I'm going to turn it on. Last thing I'm going to do, you can get these from Toys R Us. Apparently, everyone teasing me about it looks like a toy, but it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. You can actually get it from Setnaj. So, cool, I have voltage. So what I'm going to do now is these lights, it indicates, so I've got 3 lights, which indicates the polarity is correct. So I'm going to ramp this down to 15 milliamps, so it shouldn't trip. We're good. Now, does anyone know what it should trip at? Not tripping. That's good. 25. That's close enough because it's got a trip at 30 milliamps. So I like it. So that safety switch, when it hits 25 milliamps, is going to trip. She is all safe.